Has Sue Ellen's reach for the bottle gone too far? Has Dusty's anger got the better of him? Or will Cliff Barnes finally settle the score? The wait is over tonight as we find out who shot JR at 9 p.m. But first, it's your friendly Thamesmen.
Ta-da!
Hello.
Hello, Los Angeles. San Francisco calling. Mr. Churchill from San Francisco. How are you?
I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
I used to do that sometimes. I used to phone up people, go, hello, this is Churchill from London calling.
London calling.
And, just be, World War II. But, most people don't get it. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. I'm having, actually, as you know, we record a couple of tracks at a time, and we just did the Pixies, and I'm on cloud nine. I love the Pixies. So if you didn't watch our previous track or it hasn't come out yet, Pixies.
Oh, well, actually, it made me want to go back and do early New Order. One band that I play quite often, and it's a bit for firm family flavour, is early New Order. And I took your sister, and I took her to see one of the early New Order gigs.
Wow, that must be cool.
And I remember that your mother...
So please don't bring my mum into this.
Julie came storming out and said, "Who do you think you are? Son of a fucking rock star." And so I took her and whisked your sister away, and we saw New Order, and it was early New Order, and it was when they did their first or second album, and same bass line as the Pixies, but with the different top bit.
All right, good stuff.
But not having a beef with Julie, who never did like me.
She does now.
She does now. Now I'm in my 50s.
Now she sees your qualities, and you're not dating her daughter anymore.
Go nowhere near her daughter. Now she thinks I'm absolutely safe, which is fine.
Well, let's face it. You did turn up with cars with no floor or no seatbelts, or the seats weren't attached to the chassis. Or
you talk about my Morris Minor.
Yeah, your Morris Minor wasn't the high point of car engineering for anyone's daughter.
No,
let's face it.
Absolutely not. And I tell you, she dodged a bullet with me.
We all did. We all did.
Yeah, but I'm just like, you never know. The good thing is, the thing about me is, nothing bad will really happen. That's totally wrong.
Not true.
Something great could happen with me, but something bad could also happen with me. It's always a gamble with me.
It is. That's what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely. But we're not here. We're not here to talk about how your sister dodged a bullet. We are here to talk about Ian Hunter. All right. Well, let's read the notes, shall we?
Do you want to? Shall I do it?
I'm trying to find them, so you better go on ahead because I'm clicking around.
Let's not challenge it. So Ian Hunter believed he could make it as a musician after he followed in the Beatles' footsteps and played several of the same German nightclubs as they did. Just a couple of years later, he would become the voice of Mott the Hoople, a band much loved by many of the British rock royalty, including Bowie and Queen. This is his first solo single, which reached number 14 in the charts and was successfully covered by Great White in '89 in the States and the Angels in '92 in Australia. After going solo, he frequently collaborated and toured with the guitarist in the clip. Who is that guitar player?
I don't know what he looks like, and I wonder if it's Dick Wagner, and I don't know what he looks like because Lou Reed was on the cover.
Okay, we'll find out. Let's see if we can work it out.
Ian Hunter? Was it Ian Hunter, or was it another guitarist with Dick Wagner? Can I quickly look it up?
No, you can't. That would be cheating. And by the way, we have a bonus Ian Hunter track because apparently he has a new single. So talk about longevity.
It's not going to be Ian Hunter then. Sorry, yeah.
So anyway, let's listen to this, which is 1975. Once Bitten, Twice Shy, Ian Hunter. So Ian Hunter Band, should I say. Once bitten, twice shy.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep, count me in.
3, 2, 1, go.
Lots of hair.
That's some hair, isn't it?
Well, the time's getting hard for you, little girl. I'm a humming and strumming out the God's word. Can't remember when you got your last meal, and you don't know how a woman feels. You didn't know what rock and roll was until you met a drummer running way out first. I got there in the nick of time before he got his hands across your straight. Well, it was a lovely night on the open road, and the heater don't work, and it's so cold. You're looking tired, you're looking kind of weak. The rhythm of the street sure knocked you off your feet. You didn't know how rock and roll looked until you caught your sister with a government group. Halfway home in the parking lot, by the look in her eye, she was feeling what she got you love. Once bitten, twice shy, babe. Once bitten, twice shy, babe. Once bitten, twice shy, babe.
Mick Robson. Mick Robson.
Is that what it is?
Mick Robson. Howie's guitars. There. Absolutely brilliant. So that was
I loved that.
That was great. So that was Mick Ronson, right? And that was Barry's guitarist. And isn't it funny, right? I didn't rate the track until Ronson came in.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It kind of like it took away halfway through, and maybe it was just the recording. Maybe it was just like the live performance where it's sort of lacking something. It felt a bit thin to start with, but when it kicked in, then it became a track.
So there's a whole school of thought that says Bowie would never have been anything without Ronson. So
really?
if you go back and listen to Ziggy Stardust, Spiders of Mars, and Gene Genie, and all that guitar, that's Ronson. And then apparently when he comes over and he does the Transformer album with Lou Reed, Barry obviously was in there. And he does all the backing vocals, but Ronson did most of the work as well. So, he's like one of these guitarists who never achieved his glory position. And then you heard the band, Ian Hunter, I think it was Steve Hunter with Lou Reed anyway. But, that track was going through, and then Mick Ronson came on with his guitar. Unbelievable sound.
Yeah, no, really, really good. Yeah.
And the track took off.
That last half of the track was perfect. It was absolutely brilliant. It was driving, it was, yeah.
Is he that
that's
good?
what I took.
Is he that good? Is he that magic? Is he that all-star?
The secret sauce.
Is he the player you put on a soccer team that takes a normal team all the way to the Premier League? It just takes one.
The Messi of guitarists.
Right. Who never needs to start a limelight. Or is Bowie the genius who could pull people together and get the best out of them?
Well, I think maybe it takes two, doesn't it? I think it doesn't happen in isolation.
That was a really interesting track.
Because Bowie.
Bowie. Yeah.
Well,
We're just going to call him Bowie. There's a thing
Dave.
in England, and even Bowie said he didn't know which one it is. Avant-garde people call him Bowie. They're straight down the line. People call him Bowie. It's just a bit Target. That's what it is.
Exactly, Dodgy. But he controlled his image from the beginning to the end. He was not just about the musician; he was about the whole package. And and that's not about Mick Ronson. That was about what he did. You know what I mean? So I think there's it goes both ways.
You go and listen to Gene Genie, and you listen to the guitar work on that and the tone of it. Just brilliant. It really was,
True enough.
I love that. And I don't know if I love that because of Ian Hunter or if I love that because of Mick Ronson.
Yeah, I loved it. I think Ian Hunter became into his own when he had that backing band behind him, that sound.
Did Bowie come into his own when he had someone like that?
Controversial comments.
Chris, I love this that you drop us something we've got to find out in the track. I really do.
Yeah, that's excellent. Well, we've got a bonus track which has no trivia associated with
it. Okay, so let's do it. Let's line it up. What is it?
Yeah, well, it's a new single from Ian featuring Ringo and Mike Campbell of Tom Petty's Heartbreakers.
Wow.
A nostalgic little rocker. So this is called Bed of Roses. It's the official video. It came out only 6 days ago. So we're going to be officially blocked, I would suggest. And he's got Ian Hunter's got a new album coming out, Defiance Part 1, which is arriving in April of this year. And Bed of Roses is his new song, and it's out now.
I'm still amazed we're in a world where a Beatle releases singles.
That's really true. I mean, like we saw in the other video the other day, Ringo Starr gets younger every year.
And Paul McCartney's getting younger. Paul McCartney just did a great album, Paul McCartney 3. The first track of that is fantastic. And then I was watching Slow Horses. Mick Jagger.
That theme tune of the Mick Jagger theme tune for that is so good.
I didn't know it was Mick Jagger. For the first three programs, right, I kept saying to Jess, her indoors, bless her big cotton undies, I kept saying, God, that sounds like Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
And she goes, really? I said, yeah. And next day, God, that sounds like Mick Jagger. 3 times. Fourth one, I looked it up. It's Mick Jagger. you know, and it's a really great, you know, and I suddenly realised we're still in an age where the Beatles and the Stones are releasing singles.
Yeah, no, exactly. So for those who don't know, there's a show on what I think it's on Apple TV called Slow Horses with Gary Oldman, which is fantastic. He plays like a seedy MI5 who runs this sort of backwater intelligence service
It's
office.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy series. It's Jean Le Carré spy series, but grimy and grim. He's great.
Gary Oldman's so good in it.
class.
But the theme tune is Mick Jagger, and it is a great. I don't know if it's released as a single or something, but it's a great Mick Jagger track.
The way he says boozers. There are losers and boozers. All right,
Yes.
Let's do this. So, Ringo, who gets younger and younger. Let's do this. And Ian Hunter. Bed of Roses, official video. Going to be officially blocked. See you next year. 3, 2, 1, boom.
We used to call it Camelot, with all them ladies of Shalott. People like to dance a lot at the Bed of Roses. How I went on behind the scenes was way beyond the wildest dreams. Life was bursting at the seams in the Bed of Roses, and the band played all night long. The band played all night long, song after song after song after song in the Bed of Roses. The boy stood on the burning deck. The strap was buried round my neck. Her fingers bleeding on the frets at the Bed of Roses. We slept on blankets on the floor. A grumbling drummer sang a song. 7 hours and sometimes more at the Bed of Roses, and the lamb sways side to side. The lamb sways side to side. If the lambs don't sway, you just die at the Bed of Roses. Temptation with their ugly heads. Something's better off unsaid, but I still got the pictures in my head of the Bed of Roses. After the rave about 54, but I was just a disco star. Gone for better far before at the Bed of Roses. And Roy stayed forever young. Roy stayed forever young. Roy stayed forever young at the Bed of Roses. Yeah. Na 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 na. So unto us a club was born, a fallout shelter from the storm. And I was proud to be a thorn in the Bed of Roses. You can never go back, so they say. It's so bad now anyway, but I can still feel it like yesterday. The bed of roses and the lamp swings side to side. The lamp swings side to side. Local gangsters and their weekend bride in the bed of roses. And the band played all night long. The band played all night long. The silver bugs and Sheridan down the bed of roses. All right.
Fucking great. Fuck,
That was brilliant.
bloody brilliant.
I really like that. I thought that was fantastically
I
strong
got
song.
no idea how old that cat is. He must be 20 years older than us.
Got to be. It got to be. If he was touring through the clubs of Germany shortly after the Beatles,
He must be 70s, 80s, 70s. That was absolutely. What a great song! What and
how autobiographical was it though? You know, because it was like
Loved it.
the Star Club. It was it was like the video was like Germany. Whatever it happens to be. And you saw the picture in that final thing where it's burning down. There was like this sort of like that black and white image of like the Beatles at the side.
and you go back
sort of
and
thing.
now it's a bank.
Yeah, exactly.
know.
And then it said that Roy stayed forever young. Who's Roy?
I wonder if that's Roy Orbison.
Oh,
I don't
maybe.
know. I thought
No, he wasn't. He died when he wasn't forever young, though, was he? So,
well, maybe in his memory, if you die young, I don't know, it could have been a personal tribute to someone. But I mean, I thought Roy Orbison because he was like, but that, I mean, we don't know who Roy is, but I don't know. But talk about, there's two things I want to talk about. Number one was the songwriting, and the other one was the production. The songwriting, that was a class songwriter who could spit those out all day, every day, those songs. It was nothing different. It was just, really well, bloody written.
yeah, and it was compelling. It was like clever. It was compelling. It was like it sort of summed up a moment. I thought it was brilliant. I really liked it. I really was. I was surprised by how good it was.
Ringo's drumming. I was one bit when he was doing triplets or so. I don't know what it was. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then the mix. The mix, god damn, that was great. The drums were really crystal clear and light, and there was space everywhere. The acoustic
Brilliantly
guitar
produced.
over there.
Yeah.
The guitar tone was wonderful. It was a really, really well mixed song.
And his voice
Yeah.
was really interesting as well. It's obviously an older voice, not that much, but still just
Bang on, but it had tone and it had
total
crackle.
feeling, and it had a Dylan-esque moment.
Yes.
It had that sort of like the songwriter,
I
songteller, story
agree.
writer.
I agree. Really Dylan-esque at the end,
Yeah. I liked it a lot. I thought that was. I actually enjoyed that more than the first track, even though the
100%.
first one was brilliant with Mick Ronson, which was just blinding. Maybe because the production was so good on that second one. It was like, it's only just released 6 days ago.
I know. But I love the lyrics about the lamp
fantastic.
sway and that,
If the lamps weren't swaying, you were dead.
And you-
saying like you were shit on stage.
and
sort of
you
thing,
knew the Bed of Roses line was going to come up 2 lines before it did, and so the first time I've heard the song, and I'm like, oh, it's a Bed of Roses, it was great, absolutely fucking fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. We like that. Thank you, Chris. That was a good choice. Well found, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, and
I hope it doesn't get blocked because people need to see that. They really need to see that.
just reveling. reveling that we're in a time that Ringo still does singles. I love it. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, the Who said rock and roll, you know, we should die, whatever,
Yeah.
fuck that. Seriously. Really have fun till the end.
That's exactly. Make the most of every second.
These cats invented it, and they're still doing it. All right. Bed of Roses, absolutely fantastic.
Ian Hunter, good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, are we going to do more Ian Hunter? Let's see. See if people like it. See if it gets out. What happens?
Ringo did a great solo album. And he had a huge hit with a photograph. That's another one we should do. Should we do Ringo stuff? All right, anyway. So much to do. Take care. See you soon.
Like, subscribe.
Yes.
Join us on the journey. And check us out on Patreon, Instagram, all the normal stuff.
All right. Take care.
See you on the flip side.
Bye-bye.